Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's episode is about yerba mate. As some of you may know, I have lived for many years in Paraguay in South America, where I became familiar with this drink. It is very popular across South America, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay and Brazil. In Uruguay and Argentina, it's drunk mostly only hot. Paraguay and parts of Brazil also consume the cold variety. It has many benefits. It is a green tea native to South America, Ilex paraguayensis, so it is where I lived in Paraguay. It is very famous. Everybody drinks it. It is a social drink. It's usually drunk in groups. Everybody drinks out of the same bombilla. This one here has a little silicone sleeve on it. It is just so I don't burn my snout. And it is usually passed around in a circle of people sitting together and chit-chatting. It's a very social beverage. It contains caffeine, so it will pep you up. It also is said to activate GLP-1, so it reduces your appetite. It also contains antioxidants, so this is an all-around very healthy beverage. Here an article from the National Library of Medicine about the positive effects of yerba mate in obesity. It's a very interesting article. I won't bore you with the whole thing. It has a lot of effects, a lot more studies are needed, but I would say it is undeniable that yerba mate is highly beneficial. I have all the excuses I ever needed to continue to drink it. Yerba mate is also said to reduce blood pressure. I am not sure about that because there's also the caffeine component. I do know that my mother, before her passing, had high blood pressure, and she kept it in check, largely having some stevia. Stevia grows wild in Paraguay, in her mate, and that was enough to lower her blood pressure to normal numbers. Yerba mate is also said to improve your digestion. It enhances immune function and reduces anxiety. So what's not to love about it? I prefer the bulk yerba. I order this about once or twice a year. I can link below the place where I order it from. I don't get a kickback from any of this. It is just what I prefer. And of course, I am partial to Paraguayan yerba. Can't deny it. Yerba gets better if it's been stored in a dry place for a few months. That's why I purchase only once or twice a year. And the rest of the time, this has been storing at home here for some 6 months. The taste gets a little better. So I drink the hot version. I like this especially in the mornings and in winter. As I said, you just pour a little bit of hot water. This is not boiling. You don't want boiling water. You want hot water. Pour it in and then I drink this. There is also the cold version. Let's see if I pronounce it correctly. Tereré. This is also the yerba is placed in here and you drink it with cold water. And there is something special about Paraguayan culture. They have like a whole culture around herbs, roots, seeds, which they use with their mate or their tereré to enhance what health improvements they want to achieve. In Paraguay, you see the ladies with big baskets on their heads full of all kinds of plants, or sitting at the street corners. And you can just walk up to them and say, hey, I have a bad stomach. I think I ate something funky. And they will give you a few herbs and they will tell you how to prepare it and how to have it with your tereré or with your mate. Paraguayan culture or folklore distinguishes between hot and cold remedies. So you will have some remedies, herbs that will work with cold and some that will work with heat. You should not mix those. Yeah, they fix a lot of health problems that way. There are a lot of people that are very versed and very well trained in natural medicine, let's say it that way. I use more the part where it comes to taste. I like mint leaves in my tereré in the cold version, or just lemon juice. Tastes great as well. For the hot version, I like anise, or you can put in a little cinnamon. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can put chamomile in there, chamomile flowers. Give it the taste and get the benefits that you want added to the benefits of the yerba mate. I always buy the bulk. I know there are several products on the market which come in can, prepared already. I found them outrageously overpriced. And I saw some products that are sweetened with monk fruit, which would not be a typical thing. Typical sweetener would be stevia. A word of warning, you can absolutely overdose on mate or on tereré. Don't forget there's caffeine in this. And I have given myself in my life a few jitters with this, caffeine jitters. They go away like every jitter, but if you have high blood pressure or so, you may want to take that into account. So to make mate, we need to heat water. It has to heat up, but not get to boiling. So as soon as this gets hot enough, I will turn it off. Meanwhile, I use this metal pot. It is wooden inside. Wood alone splits a lot, so I prefer with the metal around it. I put my yerba in. Not too much. And I pull it all to one side and put my bombilla on the other side. For today's mate, and to give it a little more taste, I will use some anise that I got from a local grocery. I just put some anise seeds in my hand and I mash it a little just between the palms of my hands, and this goes in with my yerba. Smells so good, and it tastes good. Anise, of course, has some property said to be good for your stomach. I think it just tastes good. The water is starting to heat up. Can you see that? Little bubbles down there. That's enough. I'll turn it off. If the water gets out of hand and too hot, you can cool it back down with half a cup of cold water. So let's start. Here is the hot variety. You pour hot water, not boiling, just hot water, on one side onto the yerba, and you wait and let the yerba soak up the water. Some people will pull the first drink and spit it out. I usually just drink it. So I need some herbs. This has obviously already been quite harvested, but we still have mint leaves. And I take a little bit of fennel, thank you very much. There we go. Okay, rinse the herbs. They go in the mortar. And I will crush them a little. like so. Okay, with my herbs crushed in the mortar, I will add some almost boiling water. There we go, clean pestle. And here is my jar where I will pour in my herb and water mix. Clean this out. There we go. Now we have here this herb soup, and I will add room temperature water. Now in goes some fresh filtered water. And some ice. And here we have it. The water for our tereré. See, you pour just a little bit in, just for a sip or two. You push this against your lower lip. Couple zips, and you are done. And you can slowly drink away on this. This is very good on hot days. It really helps with excessive heat. It kind of cools you down from the inside. I've been drinking this for many, many years, and I just love it. Best way to stay hydrated. A lot more studies have to be done about yerba mate. Yerba mate can be absolutely a wonderful addition to your routine. It is a very nice beverage. I think the good thing is you only get hot or cold version, you only get little sips of it at a time. That keeps you busy. For me, it is a habit. I am used to drinking this since I was 17 years old, and I drink it almost daily. And other than that, in the Texas heat, I can say that one of the best things is tereré. By sipping on something cool, you actually don't sweat that much. It's not so bad. You can stand the heat better. So try it out and let me know down in the comments how you found it. If you find the taste of yerba mate too strong or too bitter, try with anise or try with mint or some other additions that you would like to taste, and try that and let me know what you tried it with and how you liked it. Thanks for watching.